Well, so far, I'm 5 for 5 on my predictions on AEW Revolution, and I'm not watching it. I'm just paying attention to the tweets and everything people are putting out. But I will watch it later when the opportunity presents itself through various other ways that I know of and have seen in the past. But I wanted to come on here quickly because I know some people like JD from NY206 and, just Alex and a few others were kind of surprised by the outcome of the Thunder Rosa Britt Baker match. And I hate to say it, but I called it. I said basically that right now is not the time. Yes, it is close to their 1 year anniversary of the Lights Out match. And here's the thing. As far as, the story goes, that match didn't really count. I mean, yes, Thunder Rosa got the victory, but what did it really mean in the long term of things, What did it really mean? Who did basically get the betterment, if you will? Who got the better, outcome out of that, after that was said and done? Britt Baker. She said it herself. Britt Baker's the one that got the better, deal out of that entire situation, even in defeat. And so you knew, obviously, that because she has this momentum behind her and people love her, that there was no way they're going to take the strap off her. They can't. Not right now. Not right now. You see, if they were planning to put the strap on Thunder Rosa, here's how I look at it. They wouldn't have put Thunder Rosa in the TBS title tournament. I think right there, the moment Thunder Rosa was entered into the TBS title tournament, that right there to me was a red flag that even if they do her and Britt at Revolution, Britt's going to keep the title. Because why would you want to put the title on somebody that's in the TBS tournament, basically vying for what is essentially your women's division's answer to the Intercontinental Championship or the U.S. Championship or Television Championship? Why would you do that? You wouldn't. I mean, eventually you will, but you wouldn't do it, so soon. Because you got to remember, the TBS tournament, just recently wrapped up a couple of months ago. And Thunder Rosa, as far as we know, was not only involved in that, but she later got involved with Mercedes Martinez. And, that and went off in her own direction there. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, she ends up getting the shot that everybody's been wanting her to get. But the thing is, it was too soon. It was too soon. Because you see, like I said, what hurt her, in my opinion, is being put into the TBS tournament. Had they not done that and decided from the time the TBS tournament began till now to build up to her and Britt, that would have been a different story. That would have been a more satisfying conclusion with her winning the title tonight. But because of the fact that this match, even though it does have story behind it, this match was basically, put together within the past month or so, all based on, win-loss records. It really didn't have enough history behind it. Yes, they do touch upon, and did touch upon, I should say, the Lights Out match. But the thing is, again, it's always emphasized, not just by Britt and Thunder herself, but by everybody else, that even though Thunder Rosa won, it didn't count because it was not sanctioned. This was. So for anybody that's disappointed that Thunder Rosa didn't win the championship tonight, or was surprised that she didn't, hold your horses. She's going to win that title, just not right now. The best time for her to win is Double or Nothing. And I want you to think about the reason why. You see, the reason she's going to win at Double or Nothing is because officially on paper, Double or Nothing was the very first AEW pay-per-view. Yes, All In basically laid the foundation for AEW to become a reality. But it was an all-independent show. It wasn't just, the groundwork of AEW being set, but it was everybody from Impact to Ring of Honor to PWG, New Japan, Bullet Club, you name it. That's what the event was. It was a major independent show, that was being done for the first time since the days of the Superclash 3 when AWA, WCCW, and CWA came together. But the point I'm getting at is despite people looking at All In as being like the foundation in which AEW, is starting to, flourish. In other words, started to be, the seeds started to be planted. Officially on paper, it's Double or Nothing, if you will. It's Double or Nothing. That is the first ever AEW pay-per-view. So by default, Double or Nothing is AEW's WrestleMania. Think about that. It's their WrestleMania. It's their first pay-per-view officially, and it's their WrestleMania. And think about it too. They try to, with the exception of the pandemic year, they try to hold it, in venues, within the Las Vegas, strip. I mean, yes, for 2 years, there's no doubt they had to hold Double or Nothing at Daly's place because of the pandemic. There's no doubt about that. I think they held both of them at Daly's place because of the pandemic. Point is, they usually try to hold it in Las Vegas and at the MGM Grand. Why? Because the MGM Grand, even though not many wrestling companies will utilize it, as a venue to promote their shows, the MGM Grand is always looked at as a special, atmosphere for any wrestling promotion to be at. It's a place where sometimes the biggest moments and the dream matches or rematches long in the making or, long-lasting moments, depending on what promotion is there, will be made. And to me, Double or Nothing at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, to me, is the best opportunity for Thunder Rosa to win the title. Why? Because one, you give it another month or so, month and a half, to build up to the rematch. And then, when you get to the rematch, you have a special stipulation. You can either have the match in the confines of a steel cage. You can have the ruling that if, Britt Baker brings down her entourage, that automatically she'll lose the title, so she has to come alone. Or you can add, stakes to the match, like I said previously. And those stakes being that if Britt's got to put her title on the line in the rematch against Thunder Rosa, that Thunder Rosa either has to put her career on the line in AEW, which means if she loses, she's gone. Two, she has to agree that if she loses, she can't challenge for the championship as long as Britt has it. Or three, if Britt beats her, then Thunder Rosa has to agree for about 3 months, 90 days, to be, the D.M.D's personal servant, her maid, her slave, if you will. Basically to, in storyline, try to humiliate her, if you will. So to me, Double or Nothing is the best opportunity for Thunder Rosa to win. Because you can add stakes on her side of the coin to get another shot at Britt Baker. And it ties into the Double or Nothing theme. So, yeah, I understand, like I said, some people are not happy. They're a little surprised. They're shocked. But again, when you really, really get down to it, even though you've had a year build, where has the interaction been after that match, necessarily? Where has any, interaction between the two, throughout 2021 and even early 2022, where has some of that interaction been? It's not been there until recently. So to me, it's obvious that they're waiting. They're going to bide their time until they're on a bigger platform. Revolution's a big platform, but not that big of a platform. Because think about it. Think about this. When did Britt Baker where did Britt Baker win the women's title? Where did she win it? Double or Nothing. You want to give her a year run. You want to give her 1 year run as champion, and then you have her drop it at the same event she won it. Thus, you give her the opportunity to be on the same platform as Hikaru Shida. And then when you get the belt off of her and probably onto, like I said, Thunder Rosa at Double or Nothing, then you could set up Thunder Rosa with a fresh new lineup of opponents, building up to a potential matchup between her and Jade at Full Gear, or at Full Gear. Basically, between Full Gear and Winter is Coming, you build up to that matchup, because that's something fans would like to see. Because of the fact that, not only would it be a rematch from the TBS title tournament, but also, when you get down to it, this time, full circle, you have Jade now challenging for the women's world title. So to me, in all honesty, folks, now was not the time, and I called it. I said now was not the time, but Double or Nothing will be. Because one, it's a 1 year anniversary since Britt won the title. You could add stakes into the match on behalf of Thunder Rosa if she loses. And then you put the belt on Thunder Rosa on a bigger stage in basically a city that is, essentially the home to AEW's WrestleMania, Double or Nothing, and you give Thunder Rosa her moment there. Because in the process, you're giving Britt 1 year run as champion, and then you give Thunder Rosa maybe not a year's run, but at least a half a year run with the title before dropping it to Jade. That's how I see it. But yeah, I know, like I said, some people are disappointed in the outcome. Some people are shocked. But when you really think about it, how much interaction has been between the two ladies between, the Lights Out match last year and recently? Not that much. So I just wanted to come on here and give you my thoughts as to why, they didn't do it tonight, and why I think they're going to do it at Double or Nothing, and potentially the stipulations that could be added on Thunder's behalf to make it happen. But what do you guys think? Let me know down below in the comment section, as well as the live chat during the premiere, where super chats and stickers are open and would be appreciated. Also, check me out at my Teespring store, guys. Also, check me out at BW Rosa's Discussions, all your favorite audio podcast platforms, except for Pandora. Also, check me out at VENMO at BW Rosa's, for content you can't get anywhere else due to copyright. Also, check me out at deviantart.com/BVW1979. Also, check me out at patreon.com/BW Rosa to support me there. Also, check me out at Venmo at Brian-Walmer-2 and at Cash App at BW Roses 98. But again, guys, let me know what your thoughts are. I think Double or Nothing is the best opportunity because it'll be 1 year since Britt won the title, and it's the perfect place for her to drop it 1 year later. But what are your thoughts overall? Comment below, live chat during the premiere, and I'm out.